Buju indinawe maganidog, wagosh, hindagu minawa migasi indodem, gazaga squaji mekag, hindunjiba. Today I'd like to share a little bit about feeding our relatives who've already passed on. In the Ojibwe culture, this is something that is very, very commonly done. And there are many ways that it can be done. So, in my family, one of the things that we do, even when we're having a regular family meal, if we're having some food that, for example, my now deceased mother really liked, we'll take a little bit of that food and also some tobacco, and we will offer it up and say a few words in order to send it to her. And when we do that, there are a couple ways we can do it. So we'll either make a spirit plate and put the food on there and the tobacco, and we will place it out in a clean place. Could go in the branch of a tree, at the base of a tree, or even on the ground, somewhere where our family dog wouldn't be getting at it. Other places where we commonly put it, if it's the winter time and there's a fire going, then we'll put a little bit of it right into that fire. Or you can make a spirit fire outside and place the food in there in order to burn it. So that's kind of like a daily way to feed one's ancestors. But beyond that, there are other ways too. So sometimes we'll make a bowl of food and bring it to the ceremonial drums or to other important ceremonies that we have and ask someone to speak for it. And so in those cases, sometimes the spirit bowl is placed there, and instead of a spirit plate, it's talked for, and then the family member is invited to eat out of the bowl of food that is placed there. In other places, if it's your offering, you don't eat it. Other people will eat the food out of the bowl on your behalf. But it's another way of sending the food to them. We're kind of like representing our relative and eating the food on their behalf as a spiritual means of sending it to them. So those are probably the most common ways that people would make food offerings and send them to their relatives. And when to do it is really a very personal choice. So in my family, typically if someone has a dream about somebody who's already passed on, we'll consider that a reminder that it's time to put out some food. Although some people do this routinely with every ceremony that they do, or even on a more regular basis. It really depends on the person and the family with their traditions. This isn't set in dogma, but it's something that's open, and it doesn't require, bringing in a spiritual leader to do that ceremony for you. It's something that all of us can and should be doing on our own. Miigwech. Thanks for watching today. I'm Anton Treuer. Let's keep in touch. I'm active on social media, and my website has lots of information on my books, speaking engagements, free Ojibwe language resources, resources for teachers, and more. Miigwech.